We are recording the podcast. It's coming to you live. Gonna get the intro. Gonna nail it right. 1, 2, 3 is the motherfucking intro. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Marching down the street, I said, yeah. Walking with my feet, I said, 1, 2. This week with Drew is the podcast that I record for you.
Oh, hey, welcome to This Week with Drew for February 21st, 2019. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are slowly chipping away. We got down to the real viewers, man. We're on week number 4, and we've keeled off at an even like 35 to 45 is the average. We got an average. YouTube analyticals have told me that we've got an average watch time of about 4.5 minutes. So that's all right. It's a 15-minute podcast. You guys are listening on average about 4.5 minutes. Most people far under, averaging 4.5 minutes. View time, a third. Dude, 33% retention ratio in this distracted world in which we live, man. It's unbelievable, dude. I'm so happy. I can't believe it. So thank you guys. I'm going to try to put all the juice up front, and then we'll just fuck around at the end. So far, nobody has emailed me. thisweekwithdrew@gmail.com. thisweekwithdrew@gmail.com. Nobody has emailed me any questions, mainly because you're probably close personal friends of mine who don't want to ask me for advice because you know the advice that I will give you will probably suck. So let's start pumping it out there, man. I know there's like 35 people that watch this podcast. Let's pump it out there, man. Tell your friend, tell your mom, tell your Aunt Joy to tune in. You know, we'll tone down the swearing when Aunt Joy is tuning in. So I hope that you guys had a good week. This week I'm having an okay week. It was Valentine's Day this week. I hope that you had your special little Valentine and you took him out for something to do. I personally, Court and I don't really fuck around with Valentine's Day. I do find it to be a over commercialized holiday, which was definitely designed to increase slugging Q4 numbers in the the end of the fiscal year. So let's create a holiday where we got to milk a little bit more dough from these dummies. You know, you just got over that Christmas hump. You're finally back in the black. And wham, Valentine's Day, buddy. That's going to be another $300 in flowers and cards and steaks. I do appreciate the sentiment, but you should make every day every day in a healthy relationship should be Valentine's Day. But it's true, man. I got a super healthy relationship. I let my girlfriend know every single day that I love her, I appreciate her, I respect her, I adore her. I think she's courageous and brave and admirable and all the other adjectives that these bitches love to hear. But it was nice. I made a nice salmon, crispy skin salmon fillet with some what did I make? Rice with peas and shit, and I made a nice béarnaise sauce to put on top of the asparagus, bro. I made a nice thick asparagus and a nice béarnaise sauce to put on top. It's actually pretty easy. Béarnaise is kind of like it's like a hollandaise sauce. It's pretty much hollandaise sauce with like tarragon. But yeah, it was really good. And then I went out and I was able to host, I got to host the Love Buds show. The Cannabis Comedy Festival presents Love Buds, which was a very fun show. 400-ish people in a big the Lithuanian hall. So it was great. It was a good old-fashioned giggles and jiggles, buddy. 2 comics, a stripper, 2 comics, and a stripper. It's a tale as old as time, where nobody wants to be there. The strippers don't want to be there. The comedians don't want to be there. And for some reason, the audience does want to be there. It's a good old-fashioned giggles and jiggles. It kind of, like, I understand the idea, the entertainment value, but it's like, I guess when you contextualize it as a giggles and jiggles, then that's all right, because that's what people were coming to see. They bought tickets for a comedy show with pole dancing. However, when you try to ham fist one of those into the other one's zone, like if you try to ham fist the open mic into a stripper show, or if you try to ham fist the stripper show into an open mic, man, that is not going to work. It needs to be a coalescence of the two, and it needs to be sold as the two. Because I've tried to do stand-up comedy at strip clubs before, and nobody, everyone at a strip club is sad. The manager is sad, the strippers are sad, the patrons are sad, the bartender, and nobody is happy. And so then you got to go up in between the strippers and try to do jokes as if that chick wasn't just sliding down a pole using nothing but her vulva to hold herself up. And you got to go up there and be like, so Costco is it's pretty hard to find a parking spot at Costco, eh? So it's hard, man. And I feel bad for the girls when they got to do that shit too, because some guy could just go up and just be talking about the worst stuff ever, and then she has to go up and be like, I'm sexy, and this guy was just talking about like jerking off in like a Walmart change room or whatever the fuck he was talking about. So it was fun. Love Buds, Lithuania House. Shout out to Ryan Hillis for putting that shit together, man. Cannabis Comedy Festival. We're doing big things in the future. 7 Acres, what up? I ain't even sponsored by 7 Acres, but I'm just gonna I'm just gonna straight pretend like I'm sponsored by 7 Acres until they start hooking it up, bro. 7 Acres, man. Respect the plant. Respect the plant. I'm one of those weed activist guys now. You guys know those guys? Those guys who weed is their life? I'm one of those guys now, bro. Even after it's legalized, now there's some distribution and regulation issues that we must fight. Fuck legal weed, buddy. Like I'm gonna buy weed from the government. Are you fucking kidding me? After everything the government has put me through in regards to weed, you're just gonna turn around and then sell it to me? That is the most abusive boyfriend shit I have ever seen in the entire world. You can't just be so mean and like beat me up for 20 years and then be like, nah, baby, it's cool, I swear. You wanna get high now? I swear, baby, we're cool, man. So cannabis. So yeah, 7 Acres, buddy, 7 Acres. I'm just going to keep wearing this hoodie every podcast until you guys sponsor me. And I don't even want nothing. I don't want money. I just want like a little nug, bro. Pinch me off a nug. I know you guys would be trimming. Just pinch me off a nug, man. What's wrong with that? So pinch me off a nug. 7 Acres is going to be the new sponsor, whether they like it or not. I got a little other microphone on my piano today, so I could do like wicked organ sounds or like... That sounds like some teapot music or something. You got some elevator music going. That's like some elevator music. Anyways, so yeah, we got the second microphone. It was Valentine's Day. I hosted the show. That was nice. And then it was a long weekend, family day weekend. I hope you got to spend some time with your family in Canada. It was Monday was a holiday, family day. So one thing traditionally I like to do is I like to go out on a nice winter hike on family day. So Court and I were able to go out to Hilton Falls, Ontario, just east of Milton or west of Milton, Ontario. And it's very cool. I highly recommend Hilton Falls. Nice little hike, about a 20-30 minute. It's super easy. You know, it's not like a rustic hike. You could walk with your Tim Hortons. There's people, it's not really a hike if you got a Tim Hortons cup. We're going for a hike. Who wants double-doubles? Like, you know, and any real hiker would be like, buddy, you can't hike with a fucking double-double. So it's not really a hike. It's more of a walk in the woods. Just walking around in the woods. That's a good thing to do when you got some free time. Just walk around in the woods, man. Just see what happens. So we went to Hilton Falls. We were walking around, saw some falls, and came back. You know, I don't. I don't like going to these over-commercialized nature preserves, man. You shouldn't have to pay $7 to go for a hike. It was $14 for us to go for a hike, which is like, man, just let me out there, bro. The tree, who's that money going to? It's not going to the trees, or I guess it's going to the dude making the trail, but the trail should always, the trail should be made by the people walking it. You don't need a dude to go maintain the trail. I think having to spend money on a hike is whack. Cause like, I would love to just go and set up a little booth like before that booth and be like, yeah, or like just set up a little booth like somewhere Like, you ever hear those guys who like stand outside of bars and charge cover, but they don't even work there? They're like, yeah, can I see your ID? Okay, that's $5. And then they just take money and then just people go in. I would love to have the balls to just do that. Like, pretend to be a guy that I don't work at. Like, pretend to work at a place that I don't work at. Try to make that paper. There was a guy in New York. I read about some guy in New York who did that for like 15 years. He like stood in some parking lot that was just like, or maybe not New York or something, but yeah, anyways, he like collected like money from people for like a long time, and he just took that money and pretending that he worked for the city. Which is awesome, man. After a couple of years of doing that, even after a couple of days of doing that, you're like, I could probably get away with this. And the guy let it roll for like 10, 12 years, man. I don't know how long. I wish I had my okay, yo, I'm gonna Google it right now on my phone. What is it? New York guy who, let's see, New York guy who took money for parking. Is that it? That's probably way too big of a Google search. Let's see what a man accused in parking lot. Oh yeah, no wait. I don't know if this is the right one. Let's see. Oh no. Okay, whatever. We'll fucking figure it out. If I figure it out, oh yeah, oh no, that's not it. Okay, whatever. If I figured it out, I will let you guys know. Okay, so yeah, that was good. I've been having a good week. This podcast definitely sucks so far, but that's all right. It's been a long weekend, and that's good. You know, sometimes you just gotta chill out. Everybody's working for the weekend, just waiting it out for night. That's what most people do. They get off work and then they just wait for the night to come. And they wake up in the morning and then they go to work and then they get home and just wait for unconsciousness again. Like most people, sometimes people got hobbies, whatever. They go to paint class or they fucking walk their dog or whatever. But television, man, is the great inhibitor of any sort of, you know, desire to accomplish anything beyond getting home from work, man. That's why, I don't know, you got to turn off your TV, watch YouTube. Watch me on YouTube. Fucking watch me on YouTube, buddy. All right, so I'm literally done here. I think that we all are too. It's given what my YouTube analyticals have told me, everybody tuned out a long ass fucking time ago. So fuck the world and everyone in it. Yo, I got the little piano mic, buddy. This is sick.
That is the end of the show.